Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Live Music's LiveWire. I'm your host, Bob Sanchez, and tonight we have another lucky night. Our friend Mike Shepperd has come in tonight with another induction into the Louisiana Music Hall of Fame. And tonight we have with us Mr. Donald Miletello, also known as Duck, who's been the leader of the Falcons since, I don't know, probably year one, I think, huh? We have some really great guys. And as you can kind of tell, I'm a little perspiring here tonight. It's very hot in here because not only did they play some hot music that you're going to get a chance to hear later, but we brought an entourage of folks here tonight. So we might even get a little applause out of these folks at the end of the day here. So anyway, what we're going to do, we're going to find out a little bit about Don and the history of the Falcons. So tell me, when did y'all start this band?
Well, this started back probably in 1956 or 1957. My dad was a musician, and he had a dream of his sons always wanting, for his sons to play music. And the way this thing started, my dad was a cotton farmer on the southernmost end of Point Parish, and it was very, very rural in our parish. Musicians were not plentiful. Mm-hmm. So, but my two brothers, they joined the school band when I was like 9 and 11, I think it was. So they wasn't even in high school yet. And back in the day, nobody had money, so they used school instruments. CJ came home with a sax that was, the pads were leaking, and he had to put rubber bands on the keys to make them open and close. And my brother Nunzio, who's deceased, and boy, what a musician he was, he come home with a trumpet and pull the cylinders out of the valves and run a punch down there that knocked the knots out of it to make it open and close. And that's how we got started. They would bring the instruments home from school, and they were trying to pick up songs that they would hear on the radio, And I try to follow them on buckets and tubs, whatever I could find. And one day, Dad got a call from the band director. He said, "Mr. Sam," he said, "I got bad news for you." Dad said, "What's that?" He said, I'm going to have to kick your two sons out of band." He said, they are teaching my other students how to read, play music by ear, and they need to learn to read. Dad said, "Well, I guess you got to do it." So he kicked him out the band. And back in the day, you just didn't get in your vehicle and run to Baton Rouge like you do today. I mean, you might have went to Baton Rouge twice a year or 3 times a year. And we lived on a gravel road, and you could hear a car coming for a quarter of a mile, We'd all run to the edge of the road and just to see who it was, But about 7 or 8 farmers that lived on that road. So that same weekend, Daddy got in the truck, and he came to Baton Rouge, and there was only like 2 music stores in Baton Rouge at the time. There was Werline on Florida Boulevard, and one downtown called Music Mart. And somehow he went down to that store, and he brought a sax home, a trumpet, and a 3-piece set of drums. And that's what really got us involved in forming the band. And we were rehearsing one time on the front porch, and Mama would run us out the house, so we sometimes would go on the porch, and then from the porch we'd go to the barn and practice. The cows didn't care, But it kind of sounded like when you hear a flock of geese overpass, all that squeaking and stuff. That's kind of how it was when we were getting started. But anyway, one Saturday morning, we were practicing on the porch, and one of our aunts, the family had a wedding in the little town of Marion, which is not far from where we live. And they stopped and saw us practicing, and they turned around and come back, and they said, "Sam, how about us take them boys to the community center and let them make us some noise over there?" We knew about 7 songs, I guess, all instrumentals. Mm-hmm. And they said, "Well, take them." So they threw us in the car. We went down there. We knew about 7 songs. I think one of them was Red River Rock, one was Honky Tonk, Red Sails in the Sunset, a few others that I vaguely remember. But we played them 7 songs all day long, and people had a blast. And CJ, my brother, he opened up his sax case and put it on the edge of the stage. And when we left there, that thing was plumb full of money. And that was our first paying gig.
He became a professional on that night.
Overnight, yeah.
All right. Which is more of a prophecy for what he has become through the years. So through those years, the Falcons certainly became a mainstay in this area, not only up in the Point Capee Parish area, which certainly at the time was rural. Now it's no more rural than the man in the moon. It's like every place else on the state.
That's right.
But you guys have been a mainstay in that area for many years. So being that the Falcons have been kind of leaders of a pack, you might say forerunners for a lot of the bands we have today.
Pioneers.
Pioneers, that's even a better word, I think. But okay, you also have the nickname Duck.
That's right.
Tell me how we got there.
Well, my name is Donald, right? So
Right.
back in the
Oh.
time, Donald Duck. I guess that's how I got started,
Okay.
and I've been known that all my life. And it followed me to California when I worked out there. It followed me to Chicago, worked over there, and it followed me to Boston. By the time I left those areas, they knew me as Duck.
Okay, but now you got an Italian last name, but you're Cajun at heart, I can tell.
Yeah.
You even have that Cajun dialect
I got
talking.
the best of both worlds.
There you go, that's right. When it comes to food, I bet it's one hell of a place over there.
Yeah, we can do jambalaya.
Oh, yeah.
We can make a spaghetti gravy, or it don't matter, lasagna. I can cook anything.
Now, see, that's a marvelous thing. We do have people in other states, so we got to let them know a little bit about
That's
some of
right.
our Cajun country, and also the merging of the Italians and the Cajun. You probably got some
Right.
Cajun spaghetti,
Oh Lord,
and
yeah.
you got some. I don't
And
know if I'd
Donald's
call.
a hell of a garden.
Oh
He
yeah.
grows
Oh,
My
great
daddy
stuff.
was a farmer, so it rubbed off on me.
Well,
I got
there
a
you
big,
go.
big garden. I
Yeah.
raised cabbage and broccoli and cauliflower. I got tomatoes in the ground right now. I got onions and a
Well,
lot of things planted.
Getting back to the music, you started out with three-piece. You and your two brothers,
Absolutely,
right?
me and my two
Okay,
brothers.
so what have you got now? And what is the
Well,
biggest band you've had?
At one time, we were about an 8-piece horn band.
All right.
The first guitar player was named Wilson Angel, very talented man.
I knew Wilson.
His two daughters are here tonight,
Ah.
and he could play about 8 different instruments and play them well. And then from there, we started to bring in other musicians, and we have to train them. I mean, my dad taught us to always try to leave it behind, and if they had the will and the want, we try to give it to them.
There you
And
go.
we trained a lot of musicians along the way.
Well, not so much training as giving, sharing,
Giving,
because
that's
that's
right.
really what makes music so special for everybody.
That's right.
I think that's a marvelous thing. Now, what's going to be happening tonight, which I think is absolutely well-deserved and about time, is that Duck here is being inducted into the Louisiana Music Hall of Fame. And along with his band, who will be introduced shortly to everybody. So I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Mike Shepperd, who is the director of the Louisiana Music Hall of Fame, and let him bring in the presentation. Mike, go
Okay,
ahead.
I can do this. Duck, I know. And let's see. I'll tell you what I got on top here. What's Angel? You want to come get?
Penny, you accept this award for your dad.
Yes,
This is Wilson's.
thank you.
And
What's
some
for the Hall of
applause
Fame
for
on it.
Wilson and his band. Yeah.
Robin, you're next, Robin.
All right, Frankie. Welcome to the Hall of Fame, Frankie.
Thank you, sir.
This is yours.
That's mine.
All right.
Thanks for everything you did for
Cecil?
the Falcons, brother.
Yes. Cecil's not here.
Susan, okay. You can come.
This is mine.
No, it is. Now, is Kerry alive or dead?
No, he's passed.
You win that one too. Okay, we'll get to the big ones.
No.
Okay, Rocky.
Just hold it, Donna.
Rocky Jaro.
Welcome to
Over
the
30 years
Louisiana
he played with the
Music Hall.
Falcons.
This is an original Falcon right here.
There he is.
All right.
Absolutely.
Congratulations.
Okay, cool man.
Big applause for this cool ass right here. Yeah. And for the two we missed just now. That's right.
Okay.
We forget nobody.
What'd you say, Leroy?
Love you. My brother. Long time coming, bro.
You're in there, bro. You're right there with us.
Now see, you don't see this everywhere. This is special. It's one of those moments.
That's
All right, bud.
so that John Rich cried when gave his award on stage.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. Yeah, watch your step.
I don't
You're
want to
good.
fall. I'm falling for the
We
band.
don't.
That's right. Donald,
That's mine.
Jay's.
That's my brother CJ.
All right.
Oh, okay.
CJ Miletello.
CJ.
He's original.
The original guys back and playing that
Congratulations.
7-song
God
dance.
bless you.
Congrats.
Thank you, Donald.
Okay. Donald.
Okay, that's my brother Nunzio. This is my brother, deceased Nunzio plaque, and we'll be giving awarding that to his daughter. They couldn't come tonight because their children had some ball games.
Do we have Wayne here?
Wayne is deceased.
You win that one.
Okay,
Everett didn't make it, right?
No.
No, he's in Dallas.
You win that one.
Okay.
You're racking up, Donald.
But he'll be coming down shortly.
Oh, and that's for the band.
That's the band.
The band itself. The Fabulous Falcons, ladies and gentlemen.
Well,
Everybody take a good look at this. There's 35 or 40 years of hard work into this picture right here. And I accept this on behalf of my mom and dad and all who had a part in putting this band together for however long it lasted. I was appointed by my dad when I was like 14 years old. CJ had got married and moved off to the Baton Rouge and bought a house and went to work in the plants, and he was working shift work. He couldn't play anymore that much. He'd play when he could, but me and my brother, the one that is in this picture right here, we held this band together over 40 years. And I was appointed leader of the band by my dad. He was always the manager and promoter, and he would book a gig 2 years in advance and never needed a contract. His word of mouth was his contract. He didn't need a contract. And the job leader, it came with a lot of hard decisions. You had to make this difficult decisions that sometimes it wasn't in the best interest of the person, but it was in the best interest of the band. And that meant from the dress code to rehearsals, load-ins and load-outs, and things like that. And I was bestowed that title at a young age, and I've been carrying it ever since. But if anybody knows what it takes to hold a band together for 30 or 40 years, that would be me.
so Donald, it was a little more than a title.
Yeah,
There's a lot of work.
a lot of work,
And this is actually the real story of a band, unlike the romanticized version that we all think about. This is the real stuff, which is one of the reasons I'm really glad you guys are watching here. So pay attention, you young guys. This is who you want to listen to, guys like this that have actually really been there from early on with stuff from Dad to taking the road for 40 years. Hey,
Yeah.
this is reality.
I thank God for giving us this little talent that we have. I try to give back to God every chance I can. And I know he had a big part of this because he kept us safe and sound through all of this, through 40 years of this. I mean, you leave a gig at 2 o'clock in the morning and figure you're fighting the fog or heavy thunderstorms and just we made it through it, you know. And I know God had a hand in it. And my mom was right there beside my dad. On the way home, she'd have him a thermos bottle full of coffee, you know, to keep him awake. So we'd all get up the next day and do the same thing again.
Now we have a couple more to go.
Now, I had something different for you. You notice?
That's
They
my
too.
wife, me and my wife,
So, Donald,
Mike.
congratulations.
Oh, you
Thank
can
you
get
so
up.
Glad
much.
to have you in the Louisiana
Thank you
Music
so
Hall
much.
right now.
Thank you so much.
Bless you.
We
And you can give either one of these you want to melody, they're exactly the same.
okay.
Both in Boston and everything.
My goodness.
And you can need this to carry them all in.
We accept this mic on behalf of everybody who's come before us. We paid our dues, and some of us are still playing music and performing today.
And I'm going to do like I've always done on stage for 25 years. Welcome to the newest member of the Louisiana Music Hall of Fame.
Thank you so much, Mike Shepperd. We appreciate you. And Bob, thank you so much.
I'm really proud to have you guys here.
Okay, you wanted to talk to my brother CJ? Or you
You
Okay.
don't want to talk? Well, you
It's up
guys
to-
like to step up here and get an
That's
introduction.
all right.
Each
I'll
one
get
of
up
you.
there if you want. If you want to
Well, come on up
Come
here,
on,
my
come on
friend.
up.
This is CJ, one of the
Do the
original
Mickey
Falcons.
Mouse Club. Do this
take
and
that
say,
down.
CJ.
Yes.
Do this. Do like the Mickey Mouse Club.
Oh,
CJ. Pretend it says CJ on your
that's
shirt.
it.
So CJ, you're one of the originals, going
Yep.
all the way back to the time when you got that saxophone, trumpet, and a pair of tubs you can sit there and beat on. So you guys to go play that 7-song dance y'all did.
We did at a wedding, and we knew about 7 songs.
Yep.
It was all me and my brother played. He played trumpet that passed away, Noah, and myself and Don. Don was playing the drum, and It was for my uncle's brother was getting married. He come picked us up. We didn't want to go. He said, "Get in this car. We going to so and so. Y'all gonna play some music for us." We didn't know nothing about it. You know, he just drove up and picked us up.
Hey,
So-
now when you got that applause at the end of the song, how did it
Oh,
make you
yeah.
feel?
Oh, great.
Oh, I'm telling you. That's why still after 40 years, you're still
Yeah,
doing it.
I'm still doing it.
And one of the things you guys out there are going to hear tonight, you're going to get a chance to hear these guys play. And I'm going to tell you what, that's the reason it's so darn hot in here. They were hot tonight. All right? We got some good saxophone playing from this man, great drumming over there. We got great guitar player, bass player, and of course our pal over here who's singing and playing piano. So you're going to get a chance to hear everybody tonight. And we want to thank you guys for coming by and checking out the show tonight. We thank Mike Shepperd here, Louisiana Music Hall of Fame, bringing in another fine musician.
And I thank Bob here for giving me the place to do these things. Some
shucks.
of these.
But I tell you what, we also would like you guys to come subscribe to the YouTube page we have, which is Baton Rouge's Live Music on YouTube. It's Baton Rouge's with apostrophe S. This way you get a chance to see this one anytime you want to watch it and get a chance to hear them again. And then you'll also have a chance to scope out some of the other stuff we do. Now, before we shut down for tonight, I would like to ask, Don, is there a website or anything else that you guys have that is something that can promote your music? Anything you have on Spotify, music out there, or where your gigs are coming up?
Over the course of 60 plus years, we recorded about 7 or 8 45 records,
Okay.
and they're all on YouTube. And we won the Battle of the Band contest about 3 times. One time was at Thunderbird Beach. Cosmo Matassa from New Orleans was there, and he awarded us a contract with White Cliff Records.
All right.
And he released one. We went down and did an 8-song album.
Uh-huh.
And when he gave us the demo, he released 145. CJ's on that record. He was the writer of the song. And then he sold our contract 6 months later to Imperial or somebody like that. And he never released any more songs. Yeah, you can go to YouTube and pull our music up.
Okay, and
we
what
have-
were they found under the Falcons or under?
We have the
Miletello,
Falcons
okay.
website.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. And the website is?
Mel, you know what the website is?
Well, it's got to have Falcons in it, and probably a .com or something like that somewhere.
Let me do this also. You're also welcome to join the Friends of the Louisiana Music Hall of Fame. This is a group up there. I post probably 40 things a day of old music, mainly Louisiana, some 60s, some 70s, but it's up there every place. www.lmhof.org. Please come.
And another thing for you guys out there, if you go to the website and scan down, we have an interview with Mike from a year or 2 ago where he brought in his book.
A while back, yeah,
his
2
book
years.
about the Louisiana music, and it's something of interest to everyone. So once again, your plate is now full. You've got to go scope out the Falcons music on 45s, which I'm not sure a whole lot of folks even know what that is anymore. It ages me and everyone else that remembers what a 45 is. Also, the Louisiana Music Hall of Fame with Mr. Mike Shepperd. And don't forget to come back to live music on YouTube. Baton Rouge's live music at that. So thank you guys for coming. We'll see y'all next time.
Good night.
Have a good night.